What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Do I have to say it? I'm gonna say it. Today we're gonna talk about TSMP. Another monster run, another beautiful day. Also, we're gonna talk about FORW, how it's connected to TSMP. If you know TSMP, you know FORW. I'm gonna get into the technicals on both of those beauty days. But before I do, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything that I find interesting in the stock market. And I like to share that with anybody willing to listen. So, that being said, let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's start with TSMP, a beautiful monster squeeze this morning. Congratulations to all my TSMP bulls. I know you guys are loving this, man, and I feel for you guys, man. I'm extremely excited for you guys as well. For anybody that missed out on this, you know, there's still opportunity available when the dip starts to come. As you can see, we had a monster squeeze, then a dip, and another run, and now we're kind of dipping now. So let's just get into it a little bit. So if you guys know me, I play scared. You know, I'm a trader. I'm mostly a trader than an investor. But for stocks like TSMP, I actually believe in the company. But it's still an OTC stock. I still don't see any financials or revenue. So for me personally, I don't feel comfortable holding on to anything like that, regardless of what you know, you may believe, or regardless if you think this thing is truly amazing, like I do. You know, I play scared and I take my profits when I can get them, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I am happy with my decision making. Okay, I noticed this breakout. It broke out this morning over the high here. You know, over the 72.5 high. When it broke out, it dipped a little bit. Wasn't sure because if you look at the history of TSMP, which I'll show you on this chart. So as you can see, every time it ran, it kind of gapped up a little bit, had a little bit high, and then tanked. So you know, when I seen the gap up and it started coming down, at that point I was like, okay, this thing could drop. Again, in hindsight, it didn't, okay? But when you're watching this thing live like I do, you know, it could go either way, guys. You know, and you always got to be cautious about that. So, you know, when it did dip right here, I said, okay, this could be dropping. And then when it had this monster squeeze and then broke the high of this one, that solidified that it was staying above here. So I try to execute and buy back my 10,000 shares. And it just blew past my execution and just kept squeezing. And at that point, I was not going to chase. So, you know, I just completely missed out on that move, but that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with that, man. It happens. So, you know, you have to understand the proper perspective of the market. I don't ever feel bad if I miss a move because I'm capitalizing beautifully and I made beautiful profit today anyway. So, you know, it doesn't bother me at all because I know there will always be opportunity with TSMP, and I'll be sure to capitalize on that opportunity when it presents itself. So I'm cool with that. So anyways, when it squeezed here, you know, again, we talked about, you know, let me change this. We talked about FORW. You know, I talked about it in my previous videos. Please go and watch them if you haven't. So when I noticed this run and I completely missed it, hey, let's switch over to FORW. It follows TSMP. So sure enough, when it ran up here, pulled back, when it started breaking, I was able to buy. So, you know, originally I had bought 20,000 shares, sold it into the push here. And then when I noticed it was continuing, I bought back in again for another 10,000 shares, sold it again. So made a nice little profit off of FORW. So again, guys, if you guys are missing out on TSMP, if you're thinking the price is a little too high for you, or thinking, hey, is it too late for me? You know, understand that FORW is right there with it, and it's at a discount at about half the price. So, you know, beautiful opportunity on both of those. Both of those, again, had massive squeezes today, massive squeezes in the morning. And you have to realize that this is actually short squeeze. This is when short sellers are trying to pile in to get the price to go down. And all the buyers winded up taking them out, which causes this massive push. That's exactly what happened. And then it tanked off when there was no more buyers and then steadily grinded back up, with the FOMO traders, with the ones who are fearing to miss out, who are buying up all these shares in this area. And again, man, I don't think it's bad. I think this thing is definitely has the opportunity to be over $1 and to reach those high ranges. But again, you know, this is still in the beginning stages of the company. So the market cap, the price of the actual company, you know, we're already talking at this price, you know, right now in the $3 billion range. So we have to understand that and put that in perspective as well. For a company that is barely launching, yes, it is an amazing opportunity. But, you know, for those, I've seen people say, oh, man, you know, this thing could be $4, $5, $10. Well, just understand that that means that you're saying that this market cap is extremely high, that it's a 10 to $30 billion company. And as of right now, it really isn't. Not to say that it can't be, but as of right now, the reality of it is, it really isn't. So, you know, even this right now, this puts the market cap at over $3 billion, which is huge. So, you know, obviously they have the potential of being there, and this is a spectator's market. So it's basically the speculation of what you guys believe the price of the company is worth today. So, you know, at this price, we're basically saying the market is basically saying that we believe that this company is worth almost $4 billion because if you look at the shares outstanding, it's 3.9 billion, and 3.9 billion times basically $1. You know, it's almost $4 billion market cap. So, you know, just understand that perspective. And I understand that as an investor, as a trader, you know, when it starts getting a little too overextended, do I believe that this company is worth that evaluation? Yeah, I believe that company could definitely be worth that and 10 times that in the future. Is it worth that right now in reality? Not necessarily. But in the market, it's saying it's worth that because we do typically and generally, market speaking, we usually put a valuation on the market cap 5 years advance. Traders and investors, that's typically how the market works. So yeah, and do I see it around here in 5 years? Of course. Yes, definitely. But I'm not going to chase it. You know, I missed out on the move. And then when this move was happening, the day trades I had left, I used an FORW and capitalized on that. So I'm perfectly happy with that. And if you didn't watch my last video on OZSC, also capitalized on that this morning as well. So a very, very good profitable day for me. A very extremely profitable day for my TSMP Bulls. And I'm super excited for you guys that are all holding long, man. I'm super excited for you. So again, man, TSMP, a beautiful move. If you guys feel like it's too much for you, or too priced for you now, you have the opportunity on FORW. You could keep an eye on TSMP, and anytime this moves, this thing pretty much moves with it. So that's an opportunity you could capitalize on, which I did this morning. TSMP moved just way too fast for me, so I was able to capitalize on FORW, and then you know, this thing kept running. But again, I personally will not buy a stock in the early stages of the day if I'm out of day trades, because in my experience of 5 years in the market and in the OTC markets, I understand that in hindsight, yes, it looks like, okay, this is an amazing opportunity. But when you're watching it live, it could go either way, and you never know when it is actually going to go either way. So if I bought it, say I bought it in here and was holding, yeah, in hindsight, I'd be up good money right now. But nobody knows where this is going to end for the day. And, you know, that's the thing that I avoid when buying stocks. So I prefer, if I don't have no day trades left, because I am under the PDT rule, that I buy more towards the last few minutes of the market close. So that way I'm more on the safer side, and I can see, okay, is this holding its levels? Is it weak in its levels? Is it strong? And then determine based off the chart pattern if it's going to have a good move the next day or a weak move the next day. So that's kind of just how I personally like to play it, just to be it on the safe side. But a beautiful run, guys. Another huge move. Again, up over 50% at one point on the day, or maybe 40%, somewhere around 40-50%. But man, a beautiful, massive move for TSMP, guys. I'm extremely excited for all my subscribers who are bulls in here, man. Like, you know, I do this for myself, but I also do this for you guys and keep you guys updated. So for me, man, I'm extremely happy for you guys. You know, I believe that, you know, all you guys, you know, obviously you guys done your homework, done your due diligence. You guys watched my video. I've been covering this stock for a long time. And I truly believe that this is an amazing company. I just have to stick with my comfort level of buying and selling, and that's what I'm going to do because that's what I'm comfortable with. And for all you longs who are comfortable with holding, that is also amazing too. Either way, we're all capitalizing on it. And I'm extremely happy for the fact that all of us could share in capitalizing on the movements of TSMP. And you know, it has me juiced, man. It has me incredibly juiced, not only for myself but for you guys who are banking on it. So TSMP, an amazing move again. If you missed out on that, FORW, an amazing move again. You could capitalize on either one. They're moving in unison together. So beautiful opportunity on both. I do see a dip coming at some point because we are getting super overextended. Thought we might get one today, but this is completely parabolic. So we'll definitely get one sometime soon. You know, if not tomorrow, then maybe sometime next week. Same thing with FORW, extremely parabolic. It's bound to come down at some point, and I'll be sure to capitalize when it does. So that's going to be it for TSMP. Leave a comment. Let me know how excited you guys are. Again, man, if you made it this far, please click that like button. Please subscribe. You can't stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you could do that. TSMP is a place where you could do that. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I'll be sure to keep you updated as much as possible. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.